After 2.5 years, we're still having fun. Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 8 in season number 4 of the NRLOA Napa Truck Series. We are here at the Texas Motor Speedway, the Carhartt 400K, one of the longest races in the season of the Napa Truck Series. I believe one of 5 races that reaches 50 miles long, I think that's how long this race is. But not many races that are of this length here in this series, and tonight we got one of them. 34 laps of action around the Texas Motor Speedway. It's definitely going to be one of the longer races, especially compared to last week's race at Pocono. That one was only 30 miles long. This one's 50 miles long here tonight. And that's going to add a lot more to the action here around one of the fastest racetracks around here in the Napa Truck Series. Definitely one of my favorite places to have an NRLOA 2003 race on. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe it's because they don't pass too frequently, yet they still do. I don't really like it when it's constant passing, not my favorite thing. And just the way this racetrack runs, I think it's just really neat. Like I said, one of the fastest racetracks in this series. I love it when they go fast. Who doesn't? Anyways, coming into this race, here are some guys who have been going fast this season. And in the point standings, Alexander Rowe in the number 22 will hold the points lead after 7 races. 180 points for him. Yin Canario, 13 points behind in second. Alex Bonsignor, 17 points behind in third. Pole sitter for this race, Cookie Helms in the number 29, 18 points behind our points leader. He is in 4th place. And Hers Dash Series Season 2 champion, Justin Heath, is 21 points behind coming into today's event. He starts 4th, trying to go for his first career Napa Fan victory. He's yet to get one, even though he has won a championship before. Anyways, we're ready to get this one started. Let's go ahead and head trackside for the command to fire the engines here at the Texas Motor Speedway.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
And a great command there to fire these guys up, and these guys will fire up here. The Lone Star State, the great American Speedway, built sometime in the 90s, I think it was 1997. Napa Truck Series started racing here in season number 2. Riley White was the winner of the first event, and John Arndt won last season, the defending champion of this race here at Texas, and that's good news for him. He's had a tough season so far. See if he can get something done here tonight. Starting, I believe, in the 25th position. Number 29, Cookie Helms on the pole position. Fastest in qualifying yesterday. Alongside him, it's the 88 of Zach Ryan. And remember, season number 2 here. That number 88 was driven by Nicholas Samadillo, who was, I believe, on the last lap of the race. Nicholas Samadillo was leading, trying to get around a lap car. Overshot turn 2, I should say. Hit the outside wall, slowed his momentum down, and Riley White was able to take the victory. So that 88 has some history here at this racetrack. Marty Johnson in the 4, alongside Justin Heath. Tanner Palau, I believe this is his 3rd start of the season in the 47 as an uncharted driver. He's alongside Al Legacy. We got Jonathan Rains and John Sheets, another uncharted driver. Riverside winner Tristan Allen alongside Zachary Fitzwater, who's won a Chick-fil-A Cup Series race here before. That's the top 10 starting positions. Pace truck has pulled off. We're ready to get this one started here at Texas. The Carhartt 400K is green. Number 29, Cookie Helms, leads lap number 1, holding off Marty Johnson right now, and the top 2 have pulled away from the rest of the field. There is Tristan Allen, Garrett Zenor, and Nicholas Samadillo. Nicholas Samadillo has been in every season of this series. He's never won before in the Napa trucks. Looks like there's an issue there on one of the trucks right there. That's the 32 of Ace Garcia. Seems like he has an issue slowing those guys down. And Zach Ryan in the 88. That might have been the issue because he's coming down the pit lane, and that 88 appears to have a problem. Marty Johnson to the inside of Cookie Helms for the lead. How about Tristan Allen in the 98? How about these veteran drivers in this race? Veterans have had a very tough time this season in the Napa Truck Series. Well, we got 4 of them in the top 5 right now. Marty Johnson in the number 4, Cookie Helms, Tristan Allen, and Garrett Zenor, all past runners of this series in prior seasons. Of course, Garrett Zenor, he is definitely a very good driver. 18 career wins on Napa Fan. He's trying to surpass retired Caleb Hoffman in the all-time wins list here tonight. Get number 19. He'd be the all-time winningest driver on Napa Fan once again. Nicholas Samadillo makes it so that all of the top 5 drivers are veterans in this series. So it's been a long time since we've seen these veteran drivers have any success. And look at this. We got a gap between the 28 of Alex Bonsignor, or 28 of Al Legacy, and Alex Bonsignor back in here to Matt Tuck. A big gap in the pack of these guys. And I believe that might have been caused by the issue Zach Ryan had. So the 88, I believe he's back out on the racetrack, or he might just be cycling on the pit lane here. But there's definitely an issue on that 88 of Zach Ryan. He's a lap down now, and his chances of victory are non-existent at this point because it's going to take a lap to make up what would now be 2 laps for the rookie driver of Zach Ryan. Marty Johnson pulling out to a significant lead. Marty Johnson was a 2-time winner last season, I do believe. One at Kentucky and one at Phoenix. Of course, Kentucky, another 1.5-mile racetrack. We'll be going there next weekend for the Buckle Up in Your Truck 225. So Marty Johnson looking to get a win here tonight at Texas, looking to get one next week at a place he's won at in this series before. How about ThorSport? 90 to Tristan Allen, the Riverside winner, along with the 27 of Nicholas Samadillo. And Nicholas Samadillo knows 2 years ago he was oh so close to victory at this racetrack. As close as you possibly could be, and he lost it. He overshot the corner. He's got his eyes set on the lead right now. He's only 2 positions away from it. He's got a good chance at getting the W here tonight. Garrett Zenor, Nicholas Samadillo, Tristan Allen, and Marty Johnson have pulled away from the rest of the field a little bit here. Cookie Helms staying in the 5th position. You see how these guys race here under the lights in these Napa truck cars. Napa trucks, I don't know what to call them. They have Camping World on the banner. They're not actually Napa Truck Series machines. They're more Camping World Truck Series machines that we're kind of just borrowing for the Napa Truck Series. Can't edit that thing. And that kind of bothers me that I can't edit it. There goes Tristan Allen to the inside. And you see the way they race here at this racetrack. A little more spread out than the Cup cars or the Turkey Hill Series cars. And it makes for some interesting racing. Not frequent passing, and you gotta be up front if you're gonna get the win. So I kind of like this racing where you have to start pretty good in order to do well in the race. And I like it when they don't pass every single lap. I like it when, you know, it's a little bit tougher. I find it a lot more entertaining that way. And we've only had 3 different leaders so far in this race. Many other races, like Charlotte, even Charlotte had much more passing than this race. They actually stayed much closer together in that event than they are right here at Texas right now. So a little more spread out here tonight. Still the same 5 drivers in the top 5, but you see Justin Heath, Nicholas Abe, and Eric Monaco right on the back bumper of Cookie Helms, our pole sitter. Marty Johnson, Tristan Allen switching positions for the lead. Tristan Allen trying to become the first 2-time winner this season in the Napa Truck Series, trying to get the run on the outside of Marty Johnson. And a great run off the corner for the 98, not going to be enough as the 4 has the run to the inside. Helms to the inside of Garrett Zenor. Garrett Zenor is one of those guys who has had a tough season here in the Napa Truck Series. not get off to a good start at all. And like I said, the veterans in general, we got Garrett Sonor, got Nicholas Samanidio is actually kind of midway through the points. He's doing decent. But Garrett Sonor, Matt Dalio, Jesse Turner, John Arndt, they are all very deep in the points coming into this event, and it's tough to see those guys have such a struggle. Speaking of struggle, you got Tristan Allen, who has fallen back in the 98 here, got stuck in that outside lane, and he's going to fall to the end of this pack right here. Trying to find John Arndt in the 05, defending winner of this race, and I just don't know what to say anymore about this team. I have checked constantly, and trust me, the ratings are completely equal. It's just pure chance that this team has had such a struggling season. They won this race last season, and here they are at the end of the field tonight. I mean, I just don't know what to do anymore. I can't make them win. It wouldn't be fair to everybody else. You see this 88 here of Zach Ryan, and you see what he's doing, I should say. Tongue-tied tonight, excuse me. Keeps on coming down the pit lane here, and if we actually had green flag pit stops in this race, that's what all of these drivers would be doing. A little bit of an issue on this racetrack on the pit lane, but it's very good for racing. I really like the way these guys race on this racetrack, and number 4, Marty Johnson, likes it as well. Definitely a strong run for him here tonight, and he's pulling out to a pretty good lead right now, trying to get ahead of Nicholas Samanidio. Cookie Helms right here. 27 trying to clear the 29. Samanidio got a history at this racetrack, like I mentioned earlier. He's up to second in the 27. He's able to clear Cookie Helms there. Nicholas Abey in the 51. A couple of uncharteds up here. Tanner Palau, John Sheets. The leader's closing in there on Zach Ryan. You see what he's doing here. Just keeps on coming down the pit lane. He had an issue initially, and that put him in the last position, so it's not like much of an effect's going on here on this 88 team and where he finishes, because he was already a lap down because of his issue. But that's going to be going on the whole race. So if you think Zach Ryan's being hurt by this, only unless a crash happens, which the way this race is going, it doesn't look like we're going to get one. He's not going to be affected because he was going to finish in last place anyway because of his issue. So Marty Johnson in the number 4 will not be racing in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series season number 7. He will be owning a team next season. My assumption is that he will be driving in the Rockstar Pro Series season number 5, which will be running simultaneously with the Cup Series. And next season, next year I should say, when all these series will be being awarded points towards an overall championship, the NRLOA World Championship. Of course, Marty Johnson, a guy who's definitely a very highly successful driver. You definitely want to be in a series during a season so you get as many points as you possibly can towards that overall championship. Gotta hand it to Alex Bonsignor here tonight. And you gotta hand it to KBM as well. Look at this. Marty Johnson leading. Nicholas Abey in the 51. He's gonna take second, and Alex Bonsignor in position to take 5th. Not gonna do so. Could not get the run in the inside lane there to the inside of Eric Monaco in the 99. I believe he's gonna get it now. Tanner Palau is up to the 3rd position right now in the number 47. Strong run for him. But I gotta tell you, the guy who has had the strongest run here tonight is definitely this guy, and Marty Johnson. Number 4 has led the most laps in this race by far, and he's been able to pull away from the rest of the field very easily, and that's why he's been able to stay in this lead. Nicholas Abey, his teammate, is running in the 2nd position. Abey is going for his first career victory on Napa Fan. I believe at the top 5, he is the only driver who has never won before on the channel. Tanner Palau has won before, Cookie Helms as well. And, of course, Alex Bonsignor won the opening event of the season here in the Napa Truck Series. There's Justin Heath. He's going for his first career win. And I believe Diego Yepes is going for his first career win as well in the 44. And you got Patrick Smith. I believe he's winless. And then, a while before you get to the next one, I think Ace Garcia is the next guy in line who has never won before in Napa Fan, and he keeps on reminding me, don't worry, you'll get one soon. Might not necessarily be tonight. But Ace Garcia definitely a very good driver, and you don't be that consistent without getting a victory anytime soon. For the lead, Nicholas Abe was able to close in on Marty Johnson and take the lead away. And now it's the 51 out front here in the Carhartt 400K. So Abe out front. Tanner Palau up to second. The 29 of Cookie Helms, the pole sitter, has been lingering in the top 10 all race long. Justin Heath and Eric Monaco in the 99 on this inside lane. Diego Yepez in the 44. He's got a chance at victory here tonight. He's inside the top 10. Same with the 74 of Jonathan Rains, and John Sheets in the 87, our California winner from earlier this season. But it's now Nicholas Abe in the 51. This would be kind of a surprise win. Really haven't talked about Abe that much this season. But definitely a strong run for this 51 team here tonight. And he's holding on to the lead right now ahead of the uncharted driver of Tanner Palau and the veteran of Marty Johnson. Johnson trying to take second back from the 47. I believe he's going to be able to get the run entering turn 1 to take it away. Burrs Dash Series champion Justin Heath and Atlanta winner Eric Monaco round out the top 5. Here's one guy moving his way up, Matt Dalio in the 13. He was one of those guys I mentioned earlier on, so having a strong, or not so strong season, I should say. Rather weak season for the number 13. Struggling season for this team, but good to see him run up front. Matt Dalio, a 16-time winner on Napa Fan. Looking for number 17 here tonight, and if he were to get number 17, he'd be one away from tying Garrett Sonor and Caleb Hoffman in the all-time wins list. And for the lead, Marty Johnson. All we need to do is get away from the lead, and we'll get a pass for the lead. And the number 4 trying to get to the inside of the 51. Marty Johnson and his teammate Nicholas Abe will be side by side off the corner. Johnson will lead lap 25 here in the Carhartt 400K. We got ourselves 9 laps to go here at Texas. Tanner Palau taking second, but Eric Monaco does not have any help. It's going to be difficult for him to get around the 51 at the moment. Tanner Palau right behind this number 4. He's not going to dive to the inside quite yet, and Marty Johnson will remain out front. Nicholas Samadillo still with a chance. William Brock, the Charlotte winner. And the 45 here of Matt Tuck. They could possibly move their way to the front. But they might be running out of time. John Sheets just made it 3 wide there. Patrick Smith and Justin Heath, and Matt Dalio is going to get into the 24. That could have been a catastrophe right there, but fortunately they kept it together. And the dominant guy of the night, Marty Johnson, has pulled back out to the lead, and his lead is now back to, all things considered, a pretty hefty margin of 0.3 of a second. So Tanner Palau has got some distance to make up here if he wants to get to that number 4. Diego Yepez on Eric Monaco. How about Alexander Rowe, our points leader here in this series? No, I haven't mentioned him yet tonight, but here he is in the top 10. And that's exactly what you want to do if you're the points leader of a series. Just keep on running in the top 10. And Alexander Rowe looking to hold on to that points lead at the end of the night. He's got a great chance at doing so. 3 wide here. Patrick Smith, Nicholas Abe, Eric Monaco. 99 in the outside wall there. And you got the 13 right behind him. I don't believe any of those guys are going to have a chance. It's going to be between the top 3. I don't think anybody else is going to have enough time. Marty Johnson in the 4 continuing to lead, with Tanner Palau, Diego Yepez right behind him. 5 laps to go in the Carhartt 400K here at Texas. Tanner Palau is closing in the number 47. Great run off the corner. He's got the draft. He might get the run to the inside. It's tough to make a pass entering turn number 3 right here. And the 47 is going to hang back for now, but it's now 4 laps to go here at Texas, and the yellow flag is out. And that might just do it Blaine Keys, Cameron Gaju, and you see Zach Ryan in the 88. Remember, he kept on coming down the pit lane there, and I believe he might have been the cause of this accident. Looks like this is going to be over right here. These guys should not come down the pit lane. And Marty Johnson in the number 4 won the race back to the line. And if this race in fact is over, which I do believe it is, it's 4 laps to go at this moment. And it takes 4 laps for a caution, so I think it's over. And I think Marty Johnson will be the winner of the Carhartt 400K here tonight at the Texas Motor Speedway. It'll be his 3rd career Napa Truck Series victory, if in fact he can pull it off. If something happens to him, there is Tanner Palau in the catbird seat, looking to make things happen and take the lead away if the 4 has an issue. If Palau were to win here tonight, he would be the 3rd unchartered driver to win a race this season in the Napa Truck Series. Those unchartered drivers have done a fantastic job so far. And Tanner Palau definitely showing that here tonight. Same with John Sheets. And John Sheets backing it up yet again. He finished 2nd at Pocono, 5th for the 87 here tonight at Texas. Well, let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the first and what will be the only caution of the night here in the Carhartt 400K. Zach Ryan, who had an issue early on, kept on coming out onto the racetrack from the pit lane, most likely the cause of this incident. My intuition was incorrect. Zach Ryan was not the cause of this accident. Jonathan Rames just overshot the corner. Grattan was right behind him in the 19. He got into him, and Blaine Keys was there. And I will say this. I know John Arndt has had a terrible season, but his season can't be that bad if he avoided that crash that happened right and directly in front of him. Trey Bartow, Cameron Gaju. Gaju ran right into the 21 right there. And then Zach Ryan's back in here in the 88. You're going to see this 21 of Blaine Keys kind of move up a little bit. Zach Ryan's trying to come back down the pit lane. And I'm not entirely sure what actually happens to the 88 here. You know, maybe I should, like, watch the crash first before I review it. Blaine Keys, Cameron Gaju, Nicholas Wade. Something happened to Nicholas Wade, and he ended up going around. So there were multiple accidents here. And the 02 was sideways on the racetrack, came back down. Gaju is right here in the 6. Zach Ryan absolutely nowhere to go. And the same can be said for the Season 1 champion. That's unfortunate for those guys involved. We were going to have a caution-free race here tonight, but just one slight little mistake causing calamity here at the Texas Motor Speedway. And the 74, just having a slight issue here, sending the 21 around, and I believe it was Marty or Trey Bartow, possibly. No, this is all, yep, right there. You see him. Just a little too much there on the 02. He just slid up at the slightest on those 2 guys to his outside, and around he went. We're going to go ahead and review it again to get a better angle of what happened to the 02. And of course, this crash already occurring here. He was kind of on the apron, and he came back up and right in the Ryan Kendall. Fortunately, that did not involve the 75. Zach Ryan, Cameron Gaju involved, and that's just what happens. I say that every single time, and I mean, I gotta tell you, that's just what happens. Well, that happened, and it happened well for the number 4 of Marty Johnson. I tell you, the night's been interesting. But Marty Johnson will most likely come home with the victory here tonight in the Carhartt 400K. Another veteran winning. And the number 4, the 39 points towards the championship. Marty Johnson was actually part of the Final 4 last year, the one season we had the chase format in this series. And he's going to grab his 3rd career win in the Napa Truck Series here tonight at Texas. Let's go ahead and get the official finish here in the Carhartt 400K. Well, this race will end under caution. Lap 34 of 34. A white flag has been taken by Marty Johnson as they go around the racetrack at their slow pace. he was definitely remember this, okay? Woohoo! Well, we are going to end under the yellow flag. The white flag has been taken, and the dominant guy of the race, definitely very deserving of this victory here tonight, considering his performance, Marty Johnson, who I believe started in the 3rd position, and I was kind of right about the passing here of this racetrack, not too frequent, and Marty Johnson, he started up front for this race, very up front for this race, and that qualifying error today was definitely a major determining factor to who won. He had to start up front if he wanted to win this thing, and Marty Johnson did, and he's going to cross the line in the 1st position. Marty Johnson wins at Texas in the Napa Truck Series season number 4. Just like in real life, the number 4 goes to victory lane at the Great American Speedway. Tanner Palau, Diego Yepes, Nicholas Abe, and John Sheets, the top 5. There are the official standings right there. And top 10 was all rookies except for the winner, Marty Johnson, Tanner Palau, Diego Yepes, Nicholas Abe, John Sheets, Patrick Smith. Points leader Alex NRLOA, he will remain in the points lead. Exiting today's event, Justin Heath, William Brock, and Eric Monaco, the top 10. Matt Delio, good run for him here tonight. I believe that's his best finish of the season. Cookie Helms, Donovan Duthit, Nicholas Samadio, Alex Bonsignor. And I know it's only a 21st place finish, but shout out to John R. for making the first page of the results. The 05, you know, all things considered, it's not too bad. It's an improvement. You know, things will get better for that team. They will find a way to run up front in at least one of these races before the season is over. I have faith in John R. He's a great, great driver. He won the 500th race on Napa Fan. Let me tell you that. And he won at least one race last season. I can't remember if he won 2 or not, but John R. definitely a fantastic driver. And I would not be surprised if he got a victory at the end of the season. I wouldn't be surprised if any of these drivers get a victory at the end of the season because the ratings are completely equal. Shouldn't be surprised by anything you see here on this channel. Of course, those 4 drivers involved in the crash, Blaine Keys, Nicholas Wade, Cameron Gaju, and Zach Ryan, all knocked out at the end of this one. Tough break for those guys. And just the unfortunate way it goes. Marty Johnson, the winner here tonight in the Carhartt 400K at Texas. Next race will be from Kentucky, another 1.5 mile racetrack, and then, beginning the month of November, we head to Texas World, and that is one of the best races in any series that I do, is the Texas World Napa Truck Series race. Wild finish last season, expect it to be wild again this season. Of course, that's 2 weeks from now. We got Kentucky, that'll be good just like this one was. And you got Texas World, and that's a fan favorite. The BC Rich Guitars 250 2 weeks from now. One of my favorite races of the season. Almost the crown jewel of this series, to be honest with you. Really is. Fantastic event. Well, we got Kentucky first. That'll be a good one. All these races will be good leading up to Homestead and the finale December 22nd. I'm looking forward to seeing who wins this championship because it's all on the line, all about the points. Marty Johnson got 39 of those here today at Texas. Thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Marty Johnson on his victory once again. And I will see you guys on Tuesday for the ARCA Racing Series from Iowa. And I'll see you guys very shortly tonight for signups in the Great Pumpkin 500, the Halloween special event here on Napa Fan. Do it for the 3rd straight year from Talladega. Looking forward to it. And I hope you guys can get in. Thank you guys very much for watching. Here are the points for the Napa Truck Series season number 4. And I will see you guys later.